Peace, fam. I hope all is well. I hope your day, afternoon, morning, wherever you're at, I hope it's going well. It is a beautiful day today in Atlanta. It's like 64 degrees. This time last week, this time last week, it was 9 degrees. So it's starting to warm up here in Atlanta. Everyone, thank you so much for joining. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Again, like, share, and subscribe. I need you guys to do all three. Okay. If you're watching this, I need you to do all three. Okay. Like, share, and subscribe. Couple of announcements before we bring Hannah on. Hannah is, I don't know where Hannah went. Like she left. She keeps coming back and leaving. She keeps coming to the camera, leaving. Now she's back. Okay. Hannah, whatever you need to do, again, whatever you need to do, you got like 45 seconds. So if you got to do something, there you go. You got 45 seconds. Let me make the announcements. Then we're going to bring you on. So if you have not bought the documentary In Search of Uhuru, again, if you have not bought the documentary In Search of Uhuru, please go to searchforuhuru.com. Please go to searchforuhuru.com and buy the documentary, family. Again, if you have not bought the documentary In Search of Uhuru, please go to searchforuhuru.com and buy and support the documentary. This is the number one documentary when it comes to engaging Africa. This is the number one documentary when it comes to Africa, period, in 2022 and in 2021. Hell, we're gonna say this decade, okay? This is the number one documentary. So please go to searchforwho.com and buy the documentary, support the documentary. Also, tours. Tours. We are rolling to Sierra Leone. Okay. We are rolling to Senegal and Nigeria. All right, so we're going to Sierra Leone in April, and we're going to Senegal in May. Guys, don't tell anyone. Again, don't tell anyone, but Senegal is my favorite country, okay? Overall. Overall. Don't get me wrong, I love Sierra Leone, I love Nigeria, but there's a special place in my heart for Senegal. Senegal is my favorite country. So with that being said, come enjoy Taranga, come enjoy the Jazz Festival. Again, come and enjoy the Jazz Festival, May 21st to the 30th. Go to Danfo, DANFO.Africa. Again, go visit Danfo, DANFO.Africa to learn more. We will love to have you again. We will love to have you guys on the tour. And then Nigeria Oshun Festival. Okay, Nigeria for the Oshun Festival. All right, that is going to be August 6th to the 15th. Come and join us in Nigeria for the Oshun Festival. And then Sierra Leone, I believe April 19th to the 30th. Now, they haven't officially announced the citizenship ceremony. Again, they haven't officially announced the citizenship ceremony, but from my close sources who are very important, okay, Hannah, she's disappeared again. From per my close sources, okay, there's going to be a ceremony. It just hasn't been officially announced, but per my close sources, okay, there's going to be a ceremony. So go to danfo.africa to learn more. And without further ado, let's bring on our sister, the most beautiful Hannah Neely, International Hannah. Let's go ahead and bring her on, everyone. Hold on. Let me get the screen right. There we go. Hey, Hannah.
What's up?
How you doing, Hannah?
I am doing good, blessed and highly favored.
That's good. Highly flavored. Highly flavored.
Flavored, favored, all of it.
Highly flavored. So what you been up to, Hannah? It's been a while since you've been on, Hannah. What you been up to?
Ooh, I have been up to being international Hannah,
All right. So
traveling this world.
where have you been? Where have you been since we spoken? You went back to South Africa, right? Did you go
Yeah,
back?
well, no, that was my first time going. So I have been just in the course of like the end of this year, since September until now. I've been to Cancun. I've been to a few places in the States, Mississippi, New Orleans. I've been to
Where
Cape
where
Town,
where
South
where,
Africa.
where in Mississippi have you been? Where what part of Mississippi?
Mississippi, I usually go to Shibuya. It's a very small town in Mississippi, about 2 hours from Jackson. So
Okay.
I go there to visit family, but I've been there. I was blessed to go to Cape Town, South Africa, Johannesburg.
Um,
I went to the Cayman Islands on a little solo trip to just relax my mind.
okay.
And I just got off the phone with you before we hopped on live to talk to you about possibly going to Ghana this Wednesday. So
So
I am
guys,
just,
so this is Hannah's dilemma. So last minute, Hannah was to go to Ghana.
I had
Last
an
minute.
epiphany last night.
But Hannah, from my understanding, right now, I think they're off. In fact, let me see if I can find. I think you can get visa on arrival, Hannah.
No, I don't know. Like, I mean, we said we were going to talk about it. I
Yeah.
went on the website. Well, I
I,
went on the website. I know they were doing visa on arrival during the pandemic. I think they stopped. So you have to have some type of visa to get on the plane. And then once you get to Ghana, you can do a visa on arrival. But coming from the US, you need a visa to get
no,
on the plane.
no, I think because of the they're having that not year of return, but I forgot what they're calling it this time.
Uh,
They were allowing people to come and get visa on arrival. I think I received some correspondence that said that, but I don't want you to get to the
yeah.
airport and they'd be like,
What
ready.
I'm yeah,
Yes,
what I'm probably gonna do is
they're
just
doing it
I'll
now.
call
Yeah.
the
Listen, I think Hannah, go ahead and get your ticket and go. I think you get visa on
oh
arrival.
my goodness, I want to, but the problem is, well, what I'll do is I'm going to call the airline. So I fly with United. I will call United tomorrow. Hopefully, a customer service rep is open. If not, I will call them Monday or Tuesday and find out, can I fly without a visa to Ghana? So I'll find that out on their end. And then on the other end, I'm going to call the embassy of Ghana, which is located in Washington, D.C. I've been calling them all today, but I guess because since it's a holiday, they closed early, so I didn't get a chance to get connected with
No, here we
anyone.
go. Here it goes right here. Hold on. Yeah, for Christmas, Ghana introduces visa on arrival for all travelers this Christmas. So yeah, you're good
No way.
for the beyond the return. That's what it's called, beyond the return program.
Did you say 2022?
Yeah, you're good to go.
Well, if it all pans, I'm not going to get too excited. But if it all pans out, I'll be going to Ghana this Wednesday.
You're good to go. Go ahead.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Hannah, have you
And
taken your African ancestry DNA test yet?
no, I've not taken it yet.
Why not?
I'm waiting because, like, when I take my ancestry DNA, I want to have like a big party, like a release, a moment. I want everybody to come over dressed up and what they think where they're from. I just want it to be so special. So I haven't gotten a chance to get all of that planned out, all the details. So that's the only reason why I haven't gotten it. But I might, give it to myself as a birthday gift next year. I'll be 30. Can't believe it.
Mhm.
I'm joining them dirty 30s.
I remember when I was 30, Hannah. I remember when I was.
Ah, and what was that? What was that like?
It was great.
It was.
It was great. I'm
So I got
40.
a lot of good things to look forward to.
A lot of good things to look forward to. I'm 40 now, so I'm approaching 41 in April.
You out the third 30 club. Oh my goodness. Well, at least you don't look it at all. Dang, I just lost light. Hold on. Okay, there it is. No, my light. My light. Okay, there we go.
There you go.
No,
You lost your light.
no, I lost my
Oh,
light.
you got to take your light back to Amazon. You got to take it back.
I got another one. I don't know where it is, but this sucks. I need my light. We'll see. Maybe I'll get it back working. It's giving me a little glitch. There we go. Okay. Hopefully it'll say.
Okay, there we
So
go.
so yeah, so we'll see. I will keep you posted on what happens and everybody when if I get a chance to go. I am trying to go to Ghana because there is a big festival going on January the 6th. Chance the Rapper and Vic Mensa out of Chicago have decided to bring the whole city out to Ghana. If you are from Chicago, in the comments, throw your hands up, throw the C's up if you're from Chicago. But there are a lot of Chicago local celebrities out there. We've got Kendra G out there right now from WGCI. She's in Ghana. You have Vic Mensa. You have Chance the Rapper. They brought out Erica Badu's supposed to be there. Meek Mill is there right now performing for a different venue.
Hey, listen,
So
speaking of, so Meek Mill got his phone stolen,
I
and
saw that.
they found the guy. It's funny because it's not funny, but they found the guy and they recovered his phone. Which
Good.
in Africa, once your phone gets snatched, you're done.
It's a
But
wrap.
since it's Meek Mill,
I got it.
they got the phone.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. It's unfortunate. You're still gonna have those moments, with it being Africa and people are just they have to realize like we're bringing a lot of money. There's a lot of money over there right now, but as African Americans or Black people from America, we're bringing a lot of money. Oh, okay, he's got my phone. He got the iPhone Pro Max 14.
Is that an air tag on the back of it?
Uh,
I don't
it's
know.
like a new. I got the same. I have the
I'm
same
saying,
phone.
that white thing? Is that an air guys? Is that an air tag on the back of his phone? That's probably how they got him. Oh no, no. That's just a case because there's a SIM card in there too. I think that's just a case. But this is him right here. This is the guy who stole
Ooh.
Mills.
Did he go to jail or anything?
Yeah, he in cuffs.
Wow, they got him, got him.
Yeah, he's in cuffs.
Ooh, okay. I didn't know they was gonna take it that far. I thought maybe just a little slap on the wrist.
Nah, 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 nah.
Yeah.
Police recovered Meek Mill stolen phone. Suspect arrested. The police have arrested one suspect and retrieved a mobile phone that was stolen from Meek Mill, an American hip hop artist. The
Mm,
suspect, Nuhu Sule alias Ababawa, was arrested today, the 30th of December, 2022, at his hideout in Accra. He is currently in police custody and will be taken through the due process of the law. The victim, Meek Mill, reported his phone stolen in Accra on 29th of December, 2022. Look how quick
mm.
they found his phone, though, because I know people who they lost their phones or phones got stolen in Africa, and it's a done deal. But they listen, the police found this dude quick.
Yeah, yeah, they'll move fast. Certain if you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, you gonna get it done in Africa
Right,
because
right,
they're
right.
so corrupt. It's so unfortunate. Like even with this situation with the visa. And so here's the thing, everybody. For anybody that is looking to go to Ghana, do not make the same mistake that I did and wait 6 days before to decide you want to book a trip. Am I still on? Okay. Do not wait until 6 days before to decide you want to book a trip. If you are planning to go to Ghana, it's going to take 14 days for you to get your visa back, and they have a very long process. Like you have to fill out the application online, print it out, and send it via mail back to the embassy in Washington, D.C. with your passport in the mail. They're going to review it and then send it back to you. So it's like a very long process. And if you're planning on going, get it ahead of time.
You know, somebody said Blackavelli says he didn't disable the GPS. Listen, I've seen phones get stolen. We go to the Where My Phone app is, and we see where the phone's at, and folks still don't find it. The police so-called still don't find it.
Yeah, but if you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, it goes back to that. So, quick story.
Go ahead.
I called Dynas. I said, Dynas, I'm trying to get to Ghana. Do you know anybody that can help me? How do I get a visa? Dynas said, I will call you back. Let me make a few phone calls. Let me see what's going on. So then next thing you know, I go on YouTube and I look up, oh yeah, I'm trying to get this light together. Hold on. I'm sorry. Okay, there we go. So I go on YouTube and come on, let me change the color. There we go. I go on YouTube and I look up a video and I said, how to get a visa quick to go to Ghana. Video pops up. How to get a visa in 24 hours to go to Ghana, right? So I click the video. I'm like, what is this? You know, I'm getting excited. So he's explaining on the video, you need a visa last minute for Ghana. We got you. Call the number above. We got you. We'll get you the visa. I'm like, okay. So I call the number.
There's like a clicking noise on your end when you talk.
Is it? Can you hear it now?
No, go ahead.
Okay, let me know because I have my headphones in, so I might need to take them out. But long story short, he's like, call the number above. You know, if you need a passport in 24 hours, this just happened. Like, this is why Dynasty. This is why I'm running behind.
I'm just gonna charge that $600, like $700, $1,000.
So let me tell you.
Hannah, I want to hear it, but you're clicking. So I want to hear this.
What is the clicking?
I don't know.
Hold on, let me listen.
Yeah.
Hello. I don't hear anything. I took out one headphone.
Yeah, it's clicking. It's clicking.
It is? Okay,
it's probably your Bluetooth, your headphone. I don't know why.
Yeah, let me disconnect my headphones. Hold on.
Okay.
All right, what about now?
It's good. Go ahead. That's better. Okay. Go ahead.
So, long story short, oh shoot.
In fact, it sounds better like this than the
than before.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. I just had on my headphones. But long story short, he's like, you know, it's like, call the number ahead. We get you a visa in 24 hours. So I call the number. I'm like, hi, I just saw your YouTube video. I'm in need of a visa. I'm trying to go to Ghana this Wednesday. You know, how can I get it? How does this work? He was like, oh, hi. Okay, well, the process is you're going to send us over your passport information and all of your information, and we'll get the visa process for you in about 2 days. If I were you, I would choose the 2-day option because it's a lot cheaper than the 24-hour option. And I said, okay, well, how do I know this is legit? And how much does it cost? He was like, oh, I don't have to explain to you about legitimacy. You clicked the video and called the number, didn't you? So that means if you called the number, then this is something that you really need. And I'm like, whoa, because that is like the wrong attitude to have. Like, I understand this is your business and everything. So that's, first of all, a terrible business model. But I guess he was trying to come off as like legitimate by like playing the psychological game with me. Like, why would I not be legitimate? How dare you ask me that? How dare I not? I'm about to send you my passport information. I need to know who this is, like, how y'all doing it. He was like, but other than that, maybe you just need to do a little bit more research and just get back to me and see if this is something you want. So I'm already knowing I'm not going with them. But then he had the nerve to say, he was like, and by the way, you know, when you get to Ghana, if they give you any trouble with this visa, you just give us a call via WhatsApp and we'll be there to answer. He was like, sometimes they'll give you a pushback and maybe wanting you to, maybe they may want to charge you, but he was like, don't let them charge you. Call us when you get there, if you have any problems. And I'm like, what? So I'm like, okay, what's the price? He said, well, the price, and remind y'all, to get a visa to go to Ghana is only $60. Okay.
Right, but you're trying to get it expedited through a third.
But I want to get it expedited by them, type 24-hour, 2-day type thing. So he says, so the price will be $480.
That's about right.
And I was like, $480?
Sounds about right. That sounds about right.
And it was just like, it just shows, like, it's just a lot of little corruptness. People be finding little loopholes. And
no, it's not corrupt. It's, you know, if you need something, like, you got to pay to play. Detail. Yeah. There you go. You got to pay to play. Listen, you can't. If you
I agree.
Rush, yeah, that's not.
I agree. But the reason why I say it's corrupt is because, you know, somebody at the embassy is working behind closed doors with them getting a payout. So that's corrupt. Like, whereas, can I just go to the embassy myself? Because I'm willing to fly to Washington, D.C. I'm in Chicago. I'm one flight away from D.C.
Listen, y'all, Hannah, she's trying to get to Ghana, y'all. She's trying to get to Accra, y'all. Listen, I'm so happy I have my ECOWAS passports. I ain't got to worry about that.
You got what?
My ECOWAS passports.
What's that?
So since I have my Sierra Leone and Nigerian passports, they're part of ECOWAS, and Ghana's part of ECOWAS. So I could go visa free.
Period. Okay, I'll be on that level soon. I will, because I'm not going through this anymore. You know, it's a lesson learned, and I'm trying to figure it out. Hopefully I can get there Wednesday, but
The reason why I said corrupt though is because, like I said, somebody's working on the back end at the agency and the United, Nations Ghana's agency, and they're willing to take some type of pay cut to give people 24-hour, visas. So it's a lot of corruptness when it comes to Africa. Unfortunately, it's all about who you know and how much money you're willing to spend. And I hate that, because I feel like if they took off some of those restrictions, like having to have this visa and this long process, more people would visit Ghana. Like, why are y'all making it hard for Americans to get to Ghana? You should be making it as easy as it is to get to a Cancun,
Like,
as easy as it is to get to a Italy. You know what I'm saying? Why do we have to do all of this? Like, or even if we had to do a visa, because I still don't really agree with visas. Visas to me are a way for the government to just get money from tourists.
yes. Yeah.
So yeah, so it's like I don't agree with it. Let people come. People will spend money. Like when you start making it harder for people to come, people won't come. That's why a lot of people don't visit Africa like they could, because you got to get a visa, you got to get a shot, a red fever vaccine, you got to get this, it's like, why are y'all making it so difficult?
You really don't have to get the shots.
You don't have to get the red fever vaccine.
Yellow fever.
Oh.
Yes and no. If you're
I don't have it.
If you're traveling in between African countries, sometimes they'll check for it, sometimes they won't. They do, it's no big deal.
Well, it said it was a requirement for Ghana. It said the requirement
is if you're coming from America, yellow fever is not.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. But yeah, they need to make it easier. So when I get a chance to meet the president of Ghana,
okay, what you gonna
I know I will.
What you gonna tell him? What you gonna tell him?
I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna say, like, I'm an American, a Black American, and I have so many friends and family members and followers and people around me and not around me that want to come to Ghana, and we need to make this situation easier. I'm gonna explain to him how I decided, and then within 6 days. And these are the type of people they should want coming to their country. People that decide in 6 days they're gonna go to Ghana, because that means you coming and you spending some money, because you didn't even take that long to think about it. So you should make it available for people who are making quick decisions that want to come. Make it easier. Find a way to make it technology savvy. Why are we still filling out an application online, but we're still having to print it out and send it in? That's old school. We use a mail. Tighten up.
Tell him, man. Tell him, Hannah. Tell him.
Tighten up. So I'll talk to him.
Tell him, Hannah. Tell him.
I sure will.
All right, Hannah. So we're gonna jump into the topic. You said you posted the other day that you in 2023 don't date men who don't have passports. Is that correct? Am I?
Absolutely.
Why is that? Break that down.
I mean, listen to what I just said. Here I am trying to take a trip in 6 days. And if I was dealing with a man that didn't have a passport, he's not even in the equation to travel with me or to experience these things with me. So now what are we doing? At this point, you're just there. You're like, you're just like waste. Like it's not progressive.
You said waste.
It's like waste. You're there.
Okay.
It's not progressive in this day and age. As a man, you need to have a passport. And I say a woman needs it too. Because I know a lot of men were like, well, what about women? What about the women that don't have passports? Well, for one, a lot of women actually do have passports. Because it's something about ladies and they take their trips and we do this. But it's a lot of men that I still know that don't have passports, that I have tried to be a friend in their life and convince them to get it. Some of them have gotten it and they've seen a change in their life. And some of my friends personally still don't have it. And I'm like, yeah, that's just, you can't expect to have a woman of like a certain caliber that likes to travel and do things if you don't have a passport or you're not willing to expedite one in like next week. Should have already had it, but
okay, guys, we're going to open up the lines here in a second. So if you want to challenge Hannah, you're more than welcome to. Do me a favor. If you just enter the chat, hit the like button again. If you just enter the chat, please hit the like button. Let's see here. Tiger says, Ibarra, the bottom line is if African countries want to compete with other destinations, they'll have to ease up on the visas. People have their options and Africa loses money. Now, let me say this. I agree because Senegal, you can enter Senegal visa free with a U.S. passport.
Cape Town, South Africa, Johannesburg.
See, this is what I noticed. East Africa is more visa friendly. Like you could get visa on arrival or you could just enter. West Africa, like Ghana, well, Nigeria has one of the most archaic visa processes in all of Africa. So to get a visa in Nigeria, you have to physically show, if you don't know anyone, you have to physically show up to one of their embassies in Houston or consulates, Houston, New York, DC, LA, or Atlanta. You have to physically go. You can't mail in your passport. They do biometrics. It's just, it's like, why would you
That's
make
crazy.
it hard to get a passport? I mean, a visa to visit a country. It just, it doesn't help. It doesn't help tourism.
It doesn't help tourism.
So I agree. Some of these, I don't know what it is with West Africa, but East Africa, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
On arrival, you good to go.
Yeah. Yeah. And I didn't know this. See, this will be my first time in West Africa. So I had no idea. I've been to Kenya twice. I've been to Malawi and I've been to Johannesburg and Cape Town. Mm-hmm. So this is like first time I'm like, okay, Ghana. And then all of this is happening.
So like, for example, in Benin Republic, before I got my ECOWAS passports, they've changed it now. First time I went to Benin, they wanted my bank statements. I had to get a letter from my HR manager.
I know you're kidding me, right?
I'm dead serious.
Bank statements.
And of course, my passport. I had to submit all that to the embassy to get my visa for Benin before I.
Benin must be a rich country because they like, you can't be broke coming over here.
No, they changed it now. Now you can do visa on arrival. They have the e-visa. But yeah, they literally, part of the process, they want to.
Maybe I could fly to Benin and then like get to Ghana like that.
It's going to be a lot to go about. No, but you have to fly to Togo. Now, Togo, you get visa on arrival.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, Hannah, you could probably fly to Lomé. Bless you.
Where?
You could probably fly to Lomé. Togo. Bless you.
Oh, no. Actually, I just thought about it. Because I'm going United and I'm doing a direct flight. So, and United only flies direct to Ghana, Nigeria,
and South Africa.
South Africa. Yep. I think those are the only, and maybe Egypt.
Ethiopian Airlines flies direct to Lomé.
Oh, yeah. See, I don't want to take any other. I just want to go straight United.
All right, guys, do me a favor. Hit the like button. Please hit the like button.
Yes, hit the like button. We having fun tonight. It's a Friday night.
Hey, we're going to take a quick commercial break. You know, we have a message from our sponsors.
Yeah, go get your drinks.
Our people who help us pay the bills. I'm going to put the link in the chat room, guys. Hit the like button. Put the link in the chat room. And you guys are more than welcome to call in. But we're going to take a quick commercial break, everyone. A quick commercial break. If I can find out. Yeah. I just do laptop. All right, here we go.
At the Okoli Law Group, we specialize in producing justice. If you or a loved one in the Atlanta metro area is facing serious criminal charges, then you need serious legal representation.
The Okoli Law Group is here for you. The Okoli Law Group is here for us.
The Okoli Law Group, serious legal representation.
Hi guys, I'm Jay Dior, intuitive reader and spiritual advisor. If you are someone who has been looking for more clarity or guidance on some of the issues that you have been experiencing in your life, then you can head to my website, bougievoodoo.com, where you can check out my reviews, or you can go ahead and book a session now. Also, check out my boutique, J. Dior Beauty, where I sell everything from luxury virgin hair and wigs to high-quality sport bikinis and swimwear. There is free shipping on all orders over $100, or you can use promo code YouTube for an extra 10% off. Scan the QR code to check out the site now.
Oh,
Hey, you guys, it is your girl Alexis Fowler coming to you with a special sale of 40% off all of my services when you use promo code VIP40 at alexisfowler.com. As a brand designer and consultant, I provide services like digital art, logo designs, packaging designs, web designs, social media flyers, and much more. If you're an entrepreneur with a business or a startup company and you need help with branding and graphic design, make sure you take advantage of this opportunity with 40% off using promo code VIP40 to get 40% off on all my services at alexisfowler.com.
And guys, make sure you go support our brother over at the Simp Police Academy. Again, make sure you go support our brother Hustle Smart over at the Simp Police Academy. Make sure you go and subscribe. Subscribe to that brother's page, the Simp Police Academy. Okay, y'all. Links in the chat room. If you want to call in and add to the conversation, link is in the chat room. If you want to touch on visa process to African countries, you're more than welcome to call in. Click on the link and call in and add to that. Or if you want to speak on, should your mate have a passport?
mm-hmm.
Here we
Is
go.
it a requirement to have a passport in a relationship?
Yeah, CJ, call in, CJ. Call in.
Yeah.
Guys, click on the link, call in. CJ says any woman that has set rules for things like passports or cars will never find a good man. Education, profession, and character are the most important things in a mate. Go ahead. What are your thoughts?
So you can't compare a passport to a car. Like, passport gives you lifelong experiences that you can never get back or gain by doing anything else in life but traveling. And a car is just going to get you from point A to point B, which can give you some life experiences, but the type of car doesn't matter. Like, you can get around in a putt-putt Honda to point B and A and have those same experiences. But I wouldn't compare a car to a passport. The reason that I feel a passport is needed in a relationship is because you should want to visit these places with your significant other. You should want, if you're with somebody and you're really like enjoying this relationship and you see it going further and they don't have a passport, that should be like a red flag, especially if they're not looking to get one. Now, at this point, I personally would not be interested in dating anyone that did not already have one, because see, I don't have time. I may want to take a trip right away and it's like, you don't have a passport. So that wouldn't be something on, my agenda, but every person is different. Maybe a woman is willing to get with a man and say, hey, I want to try to take a trip this summer. So you have between now and this summer to get a passport. Some people plan out trips by the summer, by months in advance. I'm one of those people. I will plan out a trip in 6 days. I literally had an epiphany at 3:00 in the morning. It was like, Ghana. So if you don't have a passport, I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff, by myself. And I just think that, it's just a requirement. It's also a requirement because it gives your significant other perspective. Like, if they don't have a passport, they ain't got that much conversation for me, because a passport brings on stories. It brings on conversation. It brings on perspective. It's more than just a piece of paper. It's more than just a booklet. It's a life story for many. And it brings on perspective, conversation, experience, expertise. The list goes on. I mean, Dynast, you got multiple passports. What you got to say about it? What does it bring on to you, and what does it contribute in your relationships?
Hold on. Nam says she's not making sense. You just don't wake up and travel. You got to book first. Nah, I've woken up and said I'm going somewhere. And
I'm going somewhere.
Hopped on a plane and left.
It's a luxury. It's a beautiful luxury to have. It does not happen often to people all the time. I'm just blessed to be in a situation where I do have it like that where I can get up and do that right now and say, I'm going somewhere and I just thought about it and I want to go.
Okay.
But it happens.
What if the person's a scumbag and they got a passport?
You got to have the whole package. You can't be a scumbag with a passport. I mean, it depends on the person who's trying to date them. I'm not going to date a scumbag because it's not enjoyable. Like, you can't be a scumbag and have a good time and enjoy yourself and really be comfortable. You could deal with a scumbag depending on what they're trying to give to you. They paying for everything. You want that type of lifestyle. Women do it all the time. They go out on a trip with a man to Dubai. He's a scumbag, but he's paying for everything. So they're like, okay, well, I'm just going to deal with it. So it just depends on, what type of person you are. I'm not mad at the people who do it, but me, I wouldn't. I can't do that. Not a scumbag. Even though I don't even use the word scumbag.
Yeah, he said scumbag.
You're funny. Who said scumbag? That's funny.
All right, guys, listen, links in the chat room. If you want to call in and add to the conversation, please click on the link and you are more than welcome to call in and add to the conversation.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so people remember you from the last show you did. We were talking about weaves and wigs.
Oh,
that's your natural.
my natural today.
That's your natural today.
My natural today. I've been wearing it. I've been wearing it because, Dynas, when I tell you, it's like when you look on social media and you look at women these days, everybody is looking the same.
Right.
Everybody wants that same long, straight hair. They'll curl it, but it'd be long, straight hair to about right here. They have this same look, Barbie doll look. Everybody's getting the same nose, same eyes, same lips, same cheeks, outfits, bodies. We are all becoming replicas of each other, and it's so weird. I'm noticing, like, if I wear my real hair, whether it's like natural, like when it's wet and curly, or like this, I stand out of the crowd when I'm with my friends.
You do.
Like, I've been noticing that. Like, at first, I was one of those people. I was wearing the long weave too. I had the nails. Look at my nails now. Natural.
All natural.
Yeah. Like, because I noticed, like, I was actually standing out more when I wasn't like that. When I had my real hair, they'd be coming up to me, different men, like, hey, how you doing? Da, 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 da. I'm like, okay. And I don't know. I mean, you tell me, Dynas, you're a man. You're a black man in America.
Listen, you can wear your hair however you want to. Okay, I'm not the hair police, but I prefer natural hair. That's my preference. I prefer natural hair.
How do you feel about the women looking like replicas of each other now?
It's no variety.
Yep.
And like you said, women with natural hair stick out now. Because a lot of women don't wear the natural hair. But I prefer women with natural hair. But if you're a woman, you can wear your hair however you want to. With that being said, guys, if you're watching this, women, when you're watching this, as you're watching this, go check out J Dior to get your Remy and your Yaki. I don't know what they wear. Yeah. Go holla at J Dior for your Brazilian Remy Yaki. Whatever. So
yeah, you're not trying to get chewed out.
Yeah. Like I said, I prefer natural hair. That's my preference.
So somebody in the chat asked, do I use relaxers? Absolutely not. So by the grace of God, again, I was blessed. I have the type of hair where I can blow dry it and flat iron it, and it looks like this because I just did it myself. But relaxers are not good for your hair. I don't know if you've seen it. There have been a lot of campaigns going on right now. It's all over Facebook and stuff. These companies that had hair relaxers are now being sued by thousands of Black women because some of those hair relaxers cause cancer in women's hair. They're causing some type of cancer. I don't know if it's ovarian cancer, but it's some type of cancer that is being caused by relaxers. So I do not recommend anyone use relaxers. I've been natural now for I used it when I was younger and I didn't know any better, but I've been natural probably now for about 12 or 13 years.
In fact, Jay Dior is in the chat. Yes, come to me for the interest of that. That's what you like. So if you want your yaki, and your Brazilian Remy to your ankles, holla at Jay Dior.
To your ankles.
Missy Bar, how are you? It's been a minute. It's been a while, Missy Bar. Where have you been?
I've been well. I've been busy.
Okay.
I've been busy. Life. We have to. So we have to start creating legacy, right?
Right.
You can't do it. The days of just working for people, it's no longer enough anymore.
Right.
Come on, I like that.
It's no longer suffice anymore.
Right.
Number one. Number two is there's something going on, whether you can tap into it or not, whatever it is that is going on, But the most important thing for us as people, not just Black people, but all people, to just raise our level of awareness, right? As such, we have to start doing, not just, if you're working for somebody, you're doing it's for yourself. The moment you start looking to build legacy, to do for your family, then it's not enough to work for other people. So I'm out there trying to, and I want to get out of this country.
I agree.
Where do you want to go?
Oh shit! I'm going back to Nigeria. Where else will I go?
Okay, where are you at right now?
I'm in Baltimore.
Okay.
Nigeria is the only place that is big enough for my size.
Okay, so you want to get out of Baltimore, the cold.
Yes. You can plant me inside Nigeria right there, or any other part of African country. So like the sister was saying, everybody needs to get their passports right. Just, if for no other reason, just get it, I hope the last 2 years has taught Black folks something, not Black people, but all people. Get your passport, have your passport, and God forbid if anything should ever happen where you have to go, you need to be passport ready, But you're gonna see that what they will do with all this country if something ever happened, they're gonna be demanding that if you don't have passport, you can't leave. And they're gonna make that passport hard for people to start getting. They're gonna start putting a lot of penalties or stuff like that on that passport. Everybody get it. If you're over 18, I believe once you're over 18 or 21 for American passport, it's like 10 years before it's expired.
Yes, I think it's 11.
11 now. So everybody get your passport, It doesn't matter whether you are in a relationship or not. And particularly, I think, not that I think, when you get passport for children under the age of 18, that they know they have passport to get out of the country, it gives them another level of confidence. So please.
Confidence, conversation, expertise.
Yes, and they will start thinking about, so please get it.
Yeah.
Get it.
And I like what you said, Ibarra. Is it Ibarra?
Yeah, Ibarra, yeah.
Ibarra, I love what you said about being passport ready. Like, that's a quote right there. That's a shirt. Passport ready. Get your passport and be ready, because you don't know when the opportunity is going to come. Like you said, it's not necessarily just about being in a relationship and having it, even though that's important. And that's the topic today. We're talking about being in relationships and having it. But you need it for yourself. There may be an opportunity that presents itself for work for you. And then it's like, I got to wait because I need 6 weeks until I can get my passport.
Do you know what is so funny about this conversation? So I used to drive truck, right? I used to go cross country. And I remember when I wanted to start going out of the States, my dad gave me an advice. He says, well, why can't you take your passport with you? I said, well, we don't need it. We only need our driver license. He said, well, if something ever happened, just make sure you have your passport with you. And from that time, throughout my going on the road, I always have my passport with me. One day, the company sent out a message and said, does anybody here have the American passport with them? We need a load that is going to Canada right now. And I was the only one that responded. That was it. So that was my first time. And the company end up sending me to Canada 3 times because I have a passport.
Nice.
So I will say that if for no other reason, have your passport.
Be ready. Yeah, I love what you said about that because I actually carry my passport in my purse.
I used to carry mine, but I stopped.
I carry it.
I used to carry mine. I stopped doing that.
I could be going to the movie theater. I could be actually just taking a trip to Miami. And I always carry my passport. And the reason why is because I like to be passport ready. If something happened and I met some type of billionaire that was like, hey,
who knows, right?
You will be a great fit for the team. We've got to get on the jet. You have your passport. We've got to go to Australia tomorrow. I want to be like, I got it. I'm passport ready.
Okay, spend the money, family. Spend the money.
You just never know. So
spend the money. And the moment you have your passport, you really don't have a choice. You will want to travel.
Exactly.
So everybody get your passport. Honestly, it's very important. And also what they're doing now with people that hold child support. So that if you have your child support, it's going to be hard for you to get a passport. So everybody start taking care of personal issue like that. Like if you have a ticket, take care of it. Don't let things slide. Don't let things slide. Anybody that have any issues with anything that has to do with any type of law enforcement legal issue, if it can be taken care of, take care of it so that it doesn't affect your ability to get out of this country if you have to. So it's extremely important. Well, that's all I have to say. Happy New Year. I do not celebrate it, but it is what it is. It's we are live up to this time. So happy next time that all of us we come together. Brother Amir, one of these days I'm gonna shoot you an email.
Okay.
We will talk turkey, as they say.
Okay.
So thank you, sister. All of you. Stay blessed. Happy New Year. Even if we don't celebrate it, we're still here.
Yes.
Thank you. Stay blessed.
All right. Black first, everyone.
There we go. B1.
Indeed. Bye.
Bye-bye.
So, Dynast, another thing that I realized about why it's important to have a passport is because a lot of men who are dating women who don't have passports, they like to Miami and Atlanta women to death.
Expand on that.
They want to Miami and Atlanta women to death. It's like, you want to go to Miami? You want to go to Atlanta? You want to go to Miami? You want to go to Atlanta? They starting to throw Houston in there. You want to go to Houston?
Yeah, Houston. Don't Houston.
They Miami, Atlanta, and Houston you to death. And it's like, there's more to this world, at least for the Americans who live in America that are watching this. Because I know for your viewers that live in Africa, they're probably like, I would love to go to Miami, Atlanta, and Houston. But for Americans, most of us have been to those places and we've been there multiple times. And there is so much more to see in this world than the hookah lounge in Miami, in Atlanta. Because Atlanta's full of hookah. When I went there, I couldn't believe they was blowing it like it was just air. It was just hookah.
Right.
There's more to hookah in Atlanta. There's more than drinks, cocktails on Ocean Drive in Miami. And there is more than, I don't really know what's going on in Houston. I've been there a few times, but I'm not too fond of like the nightlife. But I guess it's getting more and more popular these days. If you know what's happening with Houston and why so many people are wanting to travel there, just go ahead and put it in the comments because I really don't know. I just know I enjoy Houston's, like in the surrounding area, the real estate prices. That's all it is for me. That's it. So, but men will do that. They will take you to these places over and over again. And it's just like, it's time to go out and see a real white sandy beach. Okay.
Right.
Because Miami is not it. It's
Right.
time to go out and see a place where palm trees really grow and not that are planted.
Right.
it's,
I agree.
it's time to go and get some real traditional food of a particular culture and not a cheeseburger and a hot dog.
I agree.
I'm just saying.
I agree. Guys, links in the chat room. Link is in the chat room if you want to click on the link and call in and add to the conversation and talk to.
Diners, we have not talked, man. It's a lot to catch up on.
Go ahead. Okay. Jay, call in, Jay. Call in, Jay. Yes, vacate me, please. Go ahead and call in, Jay. Guys, links in the chat room. Go ahead and call.
Now, somebody else in the comments also listed, how do you go about getting a passport? So for anybody that doesn't know, for a U.S. passport, you just want to Google U.S. passport. You want to fill out the information.
That's a Google question.
I know. Somebody asked it.
We are here to help. I apologize.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody asked it.
This is all you have to do. Start by going to your local post office. Just go to your local post. The majority of post offices, they can facilitate the passport process. So just go to your local post office. Post
office. And see, a lot of people don't know that. But yeah, it's at the post office. So you want to go to the post office and get it, get it done, get up. It's about $100. It was $135 when I got it. Every year, guys, it's probably going to keep going up on the price. And don't wait until a passport costs $500 to get one. Go ahead and get it now because the inflation, everything is going up. So get you a passport. It might be like $160 now, something like that. Go ahead and get it. It's going to take time to come. So just keep that in mind. You're not going to see it overnight. So if you're planning out a trip, know it takes somewhere between 6 to 8 weeks. You can get it expedited, but it's still not guaranteed on how long it'll take, but you won't regret it.
So guys, again, post office. Start at the post office. I apologize. That was rude of me. I was assuming that people knew how to get a passport. But start at the post office, guys. Go to the post office, start there. Because that's where for 99% of us, you're gonna get your passport at the post office. They do put chips in the passports. They tell you that. It's in your passport that there's a tracking device in it. It's in the passport. So you're correct. They do put chips in the passport. You are correct.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that.
It says it in your passport where it has the little satellite, and it tells you that there's a tracking device in your passport. Yeah, it's been that way for a while.
Wow. Now, somebody in the comments just asked, do I wear a bonnet outside? Let me say something to you, sir. Absolutely not. And the only reason I'm addressing this ratchet question is because I can't stand going to the airport and seeing women with bonnets on at the airport. I think it is just so disrespectful. We're talking about traveling, we're talking about passports, and somebody just bought up a bonnet. And I just feel the need to get this off of my chest. If you are a woman in these comments or a man that's offended by seeing women walking around the airports with bonnets, please express your concerns right now because it's a big one for me. Monique touched on it a while ago. Do you remember that, Dynas, when Monique talked about? And a lot of women got offended. Yeah, they were like, what about when we got to go to sleep? And to be honest, those Africa flights, it's something to think about for a bonnet. It is, because to go to South Africa, it was about 15 hours. But if you were to put one on, it would be because you have a 15-hour flight and you put it on during the flight when you're getting ready to go to sleep, not walking through the airport with bonnet, slides, and house slippers on. We got to do better, Black people. We just got to do better.
I agree. Amina, what happened to our standards? I agree. Guys, listen, links in the chat room. Call in and add to the conversation again. Please call in and add to the conversation. Hannah, we just got to get you another light.
Listen.
They got the USB joints on Amazon for $20.
Let me tell you something, Dynas. I have a second light. I have to look for it. I don't know where my second light is. Did my headphones just connect? Wait a second. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I've got a second light, so I gotta take some time and figure out where my second light is. But yeah, I need a new one.
Amina, go ahead, Amina.
Hi, Dynas. How are you?
I'm fine. How you doing?
I'm well. I was hoping that you would be on live. I wanted to tell you I saw your documentary.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing.
Thank you, sister. I appreciate it.
It was so wonderful.
Thank you.
I said, wow. It brought tears to my eyes. That's how.
Thank you.
That's how wonderful it was. I'm going to look at it again before the new year is over, because it was just such an amazing journey. It was just amazing, and I'm sure it was just as amazing for you.
It was.
And I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you. You're welcome. You were so right about what Akon said.
I don't know. See, and I looked at it from both sides. All right,
as did I.
I'm all about balance.
Right.
Currently, this day and age, hip hop is trash.
It's absolutely. Trash. It's not even hip hop in its original form. I don't know what this crap is.
Right.
However, we are not driving this train. So, I think the principles and standards that we used to have truly eroded, and people have sold themselves for 30 shekels of silver. And you have to have integrity. At this stage in the game, in the age of technology that we're currently in, I don't think we have to sell ourselves short. I just don't. I mean, if you have people who are publishing their own books and independently, sending their music out via whether it be YouTube or whatever form.
Independently putting out documents.
Exactly. I mean, why do you have to sell yourself short at this stage? Self-education is very important. Any idiot can write a book. Everyone has their own opinion. So I think we can't just sell ourselves short any longer. And our young people, the narrative that they're sending out, or let other people write their narrative, you should be ashamed. But Akon was right in this respect. As far as showmanship is concerned, there is none. As far as Black Americans are concerned, we have sold ourselves very short, and it's embarrassing. And ignorance is not bliss. It just isn't, and you can't just accept that. And other people also are copying from your own people's template. It just does not make sense to me. But I just wanted to thank you again, Dynas, for all that you do. I love your journey. You spurred something up in me. I've been to Africa twice now. I've traveled internationally as well. But you and sister in Gambia, Juliet, and have really ignited a fire in me. And I plan on going back. Hopefully it'll be to Ethiopia with Dr. Kwesi and his wife, Mama Amira Kwesi.
Amina, when are you coming on one of the Donfo trips?
Well, I think I could do that too. I think I could get everybody some love.
Yeah.
Come on. Are you going to Ethiopia? Because that's one of the places I really wanted to go.
Yeah, I'm a West Africa cat. We're doing Zanzibar. We're doing Zanzibar in November. But outside of that, I'm Senegal, Nigeria, Sierra Leone. I'm a West Africa.
Okay, so you focus strictly on the West.
And not strictly. Like I said, we're going to Zanzibar. Mm-hmm. But to be honest with you, I want to travel. I want to expand to all over the whole entire country.
I know you do. I can give everybody love. I have no partiality, but I did go with Baba and Mama to Egypt in July.
Okay.
And I know that they also go to Ethiopia, and because of the war with Tigray, that kind of put a halt on that.
No.
So because that was one of the other countries I really wanted to go before I go anywhere else. So if you tend to go to Ethiopia before Mama and Baba do, fine. If not,
Yeah, no, not anytime soon.
okay. But I'm going to spread you some love as well. So no, I'm not. I'm not saying who. We all can get paid. We
There
all can spread the love. So
Much
I
love.
have no partiality to anyone. But I think you were right, and I think we have to stop being so emotionally charged about when people say things, and just sit back and think. I mean, think and reflect, and say, you know what? Is there some truth to what he's saying? And don't take everything as to a slight. I think we could start by not calling each other the N word. I mean, I think we could start that.
I agree.
Because if you get upset when other people do it or say these things, I've heard people say it, and my response is that all you have?
All right.
We got to do something new. We got to, you got to step it up. So
at first, I personally didn't really see the problem with saying the N word, but lately I have been seeing it. I've been
why
seeing the
now
problem.
than before?
Why now? So I guess just watching like the slavery movies and seeing like how they would call Black people the N word, and then seeing us replicate, like we're replicating what they were doing. And I don't think we always realized that because we weren't living in those times. So we're only getting the back end of the N word, where it's like, it's cool, it's funny, we use it in songs. It's a sign of like, what's up, my end.
But it isn't. It isn't. But if you go back to Reconstruction, they weren't calling themselves that. Everything after Reconstruction, you could see. Actually, I would say integration. You saw more and more of the denigration of our people, and how we have taken on the ways of people who don't look like us and who don't mean us any good. So why would you replicate that type of behavior? That's the part I don't understand. And I'm sorry, I don't know in what culture can you turn a bad word into a good word. Where does that work? So if anyone can school me on that, how that works, I'd be happy to I'm open-minded. I'm willing to learn. I'm not going to replicate it. But as far as the bonnets are concerned, see, that's even more and more of a reminder of how low we are sinking as a people.
Absolutely.
And when I see young girls, I'm like, wait a minute, where has our self-dignity gone?
It's so ignorant. It's so ignorant when I see it. It's just ignorant in a way of it's like every time I see somebody walking with a bonnet in the airport, mostly women, they all have this same way about themselves, which is like ghetto and ratchet. So at this point, I'm kind of like, I already know what type of person this is that has this bonnet on, and I'm almost like stereotyping them. And it's unfortunate that it has to be that way. But for me, if you think that going to the airport with a bonnet on is okay, I'm definitely like, we're not the same type of person. So it would cause me to stereotype.
So let me ask you a question, if I could. Would you be willing to ask a young woman about her wearing a bonnet in a public setting? Or you're just saying, you know what, it is what it is, that's not me, and I'm moving on?
I would say it is what it is, only because most of the women who have those bonnets on in the airports, they're ratchet. Like, okay. I'm basically, I went to a hood high school, okay? Like, I know how to present myself well. I went to college. I'm intelligent. I'm well-traveled. But I also have a very hood side. So I know what hood people act like. I was around them in high school all the time. And if you go to a hood person and you ask them why they have a bonnet on, they might just whack. Wow. They might just steal off you one time real quick.
Wow.
Or they might curse you out. Like, what you talking about? Why are you asking me? Why do I have a bonnet on? Why you looking so hard? Like, I know how things can go. So I'm just like, if you have that mentality where you think it's okay, I just see we're like not one of the same type of people. Now, I'm not saying everybody needs to be the same either, because I was just talking to Dynast about that. We have too many replicas going around physically right now, as far as hair and face and body. But there is a level of respect, dignity, and respect that you should carry as an individual. And putting on a bonnet at an airport, which is a public place where you would see everybody from the world internationally. That's what an airport is. It's a place where you can go and see almost any and everybody from the world, right?
Absolutely.
And you go there with a bonnet and some pajamas and some house slippers on. It's
never.
That's like going to a job interview with a bonnet. It's just a level of like, you're representing us as the Black culture. That's what I'm trying to say here.
I agree. I agree with you wholeheartedly. I'm older than you are. I'm older than you are. And I can tell you for a surety, I would never go to the store not looking, if first of all, I would never do that. But even in my youth, I would never go out unless I had on, lip gloss, my face was right, my hair was right, because you never know who you're going to see. You never know who you're going to, who's going to run up on you. You never know. And it's about having dignity in your appearance. So the fact that we have sunk to, as a people, some of us have sunk to the murky depths of, I don't care how I look, what you see is what you get. What does that tell you as a young woman? What does that say to you?
Let me read this super chat real quick. Sima publicity, $20 holla. Passport application fee now $160.
They went up. They used to be $135. So get it now.
I just renewed mine this year before I went on a trip with Dr. Kwesi and Mama Kwesi, and it's $160. But look how much money you waste on things like sneakers and clothes and designer handbags. $160 is nothing. It's a drop in the bucket. It's nothing like traveling. Traveling is the best education you will ever have in your life, ever.
Yeah. And when you go to these places and travel, guys, let's be a good representation of Black people and Black Americans. And wearing bonnets is not that. Showing up, pulling up to Africa, pulling up to Ghana with a bonnet on.
That's not the look. It's not the look. No, it's not the look. I was in Egypt, in Giza, actually. And a pale Arab came to me and a fellow travel mate and said, welcome home. Like, he listened to us to make sure, okay, they are Americans. And then he got up and in his broken English, he said to us, welcome home. Now, the dignity in which we carried ourselves gave this man, I know, the wherewithal to say, okay, I can say what I need to say to them. They seem like, they have some sense and common courtesy and dignity about themselves. But if we were acting like a plumb fool, I'm sure he would never addressed us whatsoever. So you are a card-carrying representation of where you hail from. And you can't travel to countries in ignorance thinking, oh, I can do what the Oyimbos do or the Mzugus do. You can't do what they do because they get a pass. You don't get a pass. So I think we need to bear that in mind.
And you also can't just go to countries like, I'm going to do whatever I want to do because I'm American.
Well,
I would almost rather you assimilate to do what other cultures are doing if you're visiting their countries, because it's it's a sign of respect. But
they get a pass. Get a pass because they do. But we should not want to do what other people do. That's the dignity that we used to have. The self, we had some self. We were principled at one point, and they said, "No, I'm not going to copy them because they are not the standard. You are the standard." So I think, and I pray that we get back, or young people get back to a place Clearly, sister, you're not out of pocket like that. So I'm not talking to you. But for those who believe that mal behavior is acceptable, you're sending the wrong message to other people, and you are basically saying to other people, hey, you're right about them. But no one should label everybody in the same, paint people with the same paintbrush, but they do it. You and I both know that they do it. So I know you say, hey, that's me. This is how I represent. I'm not going to shame my family. That used to be a bone of contention at one time, that you are a representation of your family and you're not going to embarrass your family.
And you know what? I want to piggyback off something that you said, because I think it ties in everything that we're talking about right now.
I agree.
From bonnets to our cultural beliefs to the music, everything that we kind of touched on right now. And I think as Black Americans, when we're traveling to Africa, we're trying to somewhat find a sense of our identity. We're trying to find a sense of our identity because, as you can see, our identity a lot of times is lost in the sauce here in America. And Diana,
sure.
you might have to chip in on this one, but it's lost in the sauce. It's like I don't see many other cultures wearing bonnets. That's like a Black American thing. I saw somebody in the chat put, oh, white people wear bonnets too. Where at? Send the picture in the
I've
chat.
never seen it. Have you?
Email Dynas the picture so we can see it. That's not, and I'm not saying that they don't, but that's not a big thing for them.
But they're not the standard. Let's be clear.
I'm not saying they are. Let me finish this thought that I'm trying to get out. Black people will be the ones that wear bonnets. Black people are the ones who create some of this horrible hip hop music that is causing killings all throughout America.
I agree.
So I personally think that there is a lot for us to learn and gain from African countries. And even though we should somewhat be the standard, I think that there's nothing wrong with really going somewhere else and learning how they do things, because some of these other countries have better standards. They're doing it better. They communicate better. They have cultural traditions, which in America, I have always said this, and I hate this, but we don't really have cultural traditions. We're creating them, but a lot of them are from pagans, which I just learned about. I didn't even know about the pagans. And if you don't know about pagans, look it up on YouTube. But that goes back to like religion and pagan holidays. So that's a part of our identity, and we're not even pagan.
Sadly.
And what else is our identity truly besides wearing hair weave? Which is that what we want as a representation of our identity?
Definitely
or should we? You see what I'm saying? So that's why I say, in a way, this goes back to why you need a passport, because you will gain perspective going to these other countries, why you need to visit these other countries and potentially learn from them, potentially make them the standard. Because in my book, Africa is the standard. And I live by it and I love it. They're the standard because I love, number one, their music, period. And you guys were just talking about Akon and what he had to say about Afro beats and against hip hop. And I think music is so close to me that if it's good music, I'm loving that culture and I'm into that. So they brought amazing music to the table. So to me, they're setting the standard. That's a standard that many Americans should follow. We should be creating our own type of Afro beats. And that's what I do. I actually do that on the side. I have fun with it. My rap name is Cape Town. Cape Town? Dynas, I don't even think you knew that.
You say your favorite song is Cape Town.
No, I said my rap name.
That's her moniker. That's her moniker now.
Rap name is Cape Town.
So we can see what you over there doing.
Your rap name is Cape Town.
Yeah, like I rap and sing, for fun.
You rap?
Whatever.
Hannah, you're a rapper.
Yeah.
I need to spit. Come on, let me hear something. Now, Hannah, hold on.
You opened up that Pandora box.
Go ahead and spit. Let me hear it. Come on, Hannah. Let me hear something.
All right, let me see. Can we curse on here?
Of course. Yes.
Okay, because I didn't know how to,
Yes.
how to the
For
YouTube.
you, yes. For you, yes. Go ahead and curse. Let me hear something.
All right, let me get my light back on. Y'all ready?
Uh-huh.
All right, now this that I'm getting ready to spit
Go ahead.
called
Cape
Cape
Town.
Style.
Yeah,
Now this called Cape Style. This called Cape Style.
Yeah,
It's
go
a
ahead.
freestyle. You ready? I ain't got time for you hoes. Every time I drop a rhyme, I drop a line for you hoes to take back and use for your Instagram post. So you can show the world how much Cape shit that you know. I had to show the world how much Drake shit that I know. Houston, Atlanta, Vegas, but he forgot Chicago until he hit us with a freestyle, making a rebound, showing that he down with the Chi-Town. I was born and raised Dixon Playground, where I spent most of my days chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool. You know the rest, and wake up on snooze, chasing this paper. You know how we do. Got to get to it. It's nothing to prove. Put down your phone, sis, and do it for you. Just do it for you. Body yaddy. Everyone wants a BBL, but won't invest the same into their mental health. I'm social distancing from all of social media. 6 feet and I'm booking through Expedia. Gotta get my mind right. Gotta get my time right. Catching flights, reaching heights in the bluest skies. Landing places only you can imagine with time. Only imagine with time. Thank you. Thank you.
Yep.
You weren't ready.
I'm talking about.
You weren't ready. So, yes. You gotta hear my songs, but I say that to say, guys, I practice it myself. When I rap to Afro beats. I only use Afro beats, and I try to stay away from cursing. That's actually one of the only songs that I have that has cursing in it. I don't curse because if you notice, Afro beats, they don't curse.
No,
And
they
I
don't.
like that. That's a standard that I want to take from them. Stop cursing. Talk about stuff that is positive. Traveling, elevating yourself.
But you
Love.
know, but even so, if you go back a little bit, all you gotta do is just a little bit of due diligence, not that much. And it wasn't that long ago that our entertainers had to maintain a level of decorum, even through, the Motown sound. And I'm from Philly. I know, our people, Gamble and Huff. There was a standard of eloquence and professionalism and articulation that surpassed even those who had their foot on our necks, So I think we can learn something from everyone. And where we're falling short, I think we can go back and redo. I don't think there's anything wrong with when you see you're going the wrong direction, stop and turn around. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I personally don't think anything is wrong with, doing self-inflection and figure out what you're doing wrong and make it right. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. What's heinous to us as a people and what the young people are seeing, first of all, they don't have anyone guiding them. They don't have anyone telling them, do you understand the message that you're sending to the world? We live in a global environment. It's not just us. The whole world is looking at you. And everything that our progenitors did, other people have taken pages out of their notebooks and reclaimed and done the same because they said, they're standing for principle. They're standing for their human rights. And other people have taken pages out of our notebook. Even so, even the negative things that we're doing, other people are taking a smidget out of it, but not so much that they denigrate themselves to the entirety that we are. So I think the young people have to learn, like, the elders are scared to say something because they're afraid of the backlash they're going to get or the Anglo expletives that will be hurled at them.
Yeah. And almost at this point, it's beyond the elders to say anything. It's on us, youth, to speak up against other youth. Like,
but will
against
anyone
people
do
that
it,
are our
though?
age, because we're the ones who are putting the content out there.
Absolutely.
So a lot of people, they're not listening to the elders, but they'll listen to their peers. And that's the difference.
hope.
Like if they see their peers moving in a different direction and getting more popularity, they'll move right on into that direction as well.
I have a question
So-
for you. Then I'm
Mhm.
going to say so long.
No, take your time.
What-
Take your time. Take your time.
What do you think it will have to take? Thank you, Dynast. What do you think you or Dynast can answer this question? What will it take for the young youth of today to say, you know what? I don't like how, as a people, we're being depicted. And ratchetness has no eloquence to it. There is no self-respect in it. What will have to be conveyed to them to see that the direction that they're heading towards is a downward spiral?
I think it's going to take like an extinction level calamity event for people to get on code. Personally, because we're just allowed to do whatever we want to. There's no code of conduct here in America. In our community, there's no like punishment mechanisms at all. You can just pretty much do whatever you want to.
And Hannah, what do you think?
You know what? It's one answer, and it's one answer only. And that's to change the music. Period, point blank. It goes back to what Akon just said, but even deeper.
Mhm.
If we change the music, we'll start seeing a lot of this ratchet activity in the Black community change. You want to see people start wearing their natural hair more? Well, Cardi B can't talk about her 40-inch touching her butt crack in her song. Because now they're going to want to go get a 40-inch and they're going to want it to touch right there at the butt crack. Because Cardi just said it. You can't go and talk about shooting somebody and then expect somebody else not to go and replicate that behavior. So it is all in the music. All of these topics that we just talked about, from hair to BBL and bodies, you don't think they talking about body? My B is this and that, and she need a this and that, and I like girls with BBLs. Lil Baby talk about it all the time. So now everybody's running to the store to get a BBL. If we change what we're talking about in the music, let's talk about love in music. Let's talk about traveling in music, elevation, business, space. Like, you can be creative, just not something that can damage a community. That's it.
That's why I enjoy, it might be old school, but Earth, Wind, and Fire, that elevation of thinking, self-preservation, not hurting your temple, paying attention to nature, and it may seem old school to some, but we didn't have the things that you see going on right now at the present, and the denigration is being profited. It's profiting other people, and I think we have to really see things for how they are, and not how we wish them to be, and live in the world of reality. And is this what you want your children to mimic? Is the template you want to set for your generations to come? And really give people things to really, really pontificate over and really take to heart, because we won't be taken seriously as a people.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's just one step to change. That's not the only step, but I think that could truly make a big change in the Black community and change our culture from having this ratchetness or, this hoodness or whatever, this negative stereotype behind it. I think if we had cleaned up the music, and a big way to do that, somebody put in the comments, it starts with the record labels. Record labels. You cannot keep pushing these artists to produce and put out this music. It also needs to be on the government. When you go to Africa and certain parts, Nigeria and things like that, the government doesn't allow cursing. I heard that personally. I heard that government does not allow songs with cursing. And that was a big reason why a lot of artists, if you listen to songs that are Afro beats, you don't hear cursing. You don't hear these curse words. So why don't we get our politicians, and why don't our politicians get involved? Why don't they say, I know there's no cursing on the radio, and I appreciate that, but it should also be like no cursing at all.
Because they're getting paid.
But
They're
that's what
being
I'm saying.
paid to shut up and
So
tote the
that would be
line.
the difference. Yep, that is a whole nother level of respect. Like where if you had to take out cursing, look how much would change with their music and like what people are saying, or how they have to just expand their thought process about what they want to say now. Because now you can't just use the N-word. Or now you can't just, you know what I'm saying? Now you have to
I
actually
do.
think.
I know what you're
You have
saying.
to expand your vocabulary. You have to think. You have to be more creative. So that's just what I would suggest, but we'll see what happens. We're going into 2023. All we can do is just continue on our end to do what's best. And so on my end, I'm just going to continue to make good Afro beats that just give out a good vibe. And that's all I'm going to continue to play and support. And I think that's another thing. What do you listen to? What do you play and support?
I agree. And thank you both. I
Thank
enjoyed
you.
this feedback. I would like
Okay.
to say I'm hopeful. I'm not sure, but I'm open and I'm happy to see a change in our young because the old seem to just wash their hands and walked away. So I hope things change for the better. Happy New Year to both of you. Be
Thank
well.
you.
You
Same.
as well. You as well. Speaking of New Year, everyone, listen. Me and Brother Lumumba will be going live tomorrow doing the Georgia-Ohio State football game, and we're gonna watch Ohio State get their asses kicked tomorrow night, 8 p.m. right here. Okay, Lumumba. I talked to him this morning. The brother is smoking that meth, crack, rock. He's sitting that pipe.
He's smoking that Amunga.
He's smoking that ish because he thinks that
He's
Ohio.
smoking that Amunga.
He's smoking that ish. So he's been just talking just crazy these last 3 weeks. So with that being said, guys, tomorrow 8 o'clock here live, we're gonna be watching the game. Okay, if you guys want to come and tune in and watch Ohio State get murdered, it's gonna be a crime scene. Like it's gonna be a crime scene. And I see naturally Shy Marie, she's smoking that crack too. She's from Ohio. So her and Professor Lumumba, they must be passing the pipe to each other. So yeah. So that's what's going on. Guys, listen, we'll take a couple more callers if you want to call in. If not, we'll go ahead and close out. But link is in the chat room if you want to call in and add to the conversation. Go ahead. Again, if you want to call in and add to the conversation, go ahead. Hannah, where you go? Oh, you're light. Okay. Oh, you froze up on us. You froze up on us. Okay, we lost her. We lost her. She probably come back on soon. So we lost her. So yeah, he on that booger sugar. Yeah, progressive. In fact, I'm pretty sure Lumumba. I know you watching Lumumba. I know you watching. If you want to call in, you go ahead and call in. But yeah, he's been snorting that booger sugar. That's what he's been doing, snorting that booger sugar. All right, go ahead, Hannah. I lost you for a second. We can't hear you. You muted yourself. No, we lost her. All right, we'll try it one more time. If it don't work out, we'll go ahead and call out. Let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, I got a new mic. Hold on. Oh, guys, I need you to go subscribe to the Prince Dynasty Mirror channel. All right. So there's going to be a second channel. It's going to be a backup channel for this channel. But over there, we're going to be talking sales, self-development. So that's what we're going to be doing and focusing on the Prince Dynasty Mirror channel. So guys, make sure you go to Prince Dynasty Mirror. And I got a new mic. I got a different mic, so specifically for the Prince Dynasty Mirror channel. So I just got that in the mail not too long ago. But guys, make sure you go to Prince Dynasty Mirror and subscribe. I need everybody to go to Prince Dynasty Mirror and subscribe. Let's get Hannah back on here. Okay. All right, go ahead, Hannah. You're muted. We can't hear you. No volume. We can't hear you. You're muted now. Right, but so on the Prince Dynasty Mirror channel, we're going to be focusing more on self-development, inspiration, and sales. Because somebody asked me the other day, Dynast, what's up with the sales and sales training? So we're going to be focusing on that on the Prince Dynasty Mirror channel. So make sure you guys go to Prince Dynasty Mirror and subscribe. Hold on, let me pull the channel up while Hannah gets it together over there. Hold on one second. Where is it at? Oh, that's right. I forgot I could just do this. Hold on. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Oh, guys, give me a second. Like, hey, what happened to my page? Where's it at? Yeah, we'll find it eventually. Hold on. Where's my page at? Yeah, where's Hannah? Hannah back. Okay, Hannah disappeared. Okay, is that how I do it, Marie? Is that how I do it? Ah, there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, let me share the screen. So, guys, make sure you go subscribe to the Prince Dynasty Mirror page. Oh, wrong button. So, guys, there's 14 subscribers there. All right, we need to get to 1,000 ASAP. So, guys, make sure you go subscribe to the Prince Dynasty Mirror page. Okay, again, make sure you go subscribe to the Prince Dynasty Mirror page. All right, go ahead, Hannah. Hannah, we still can't hear you. Now you're muted. Again, guys, make sure you go subscribe to the Prince Dynasty Mirror page. Shout out to Amina for the $50 holla. Again, shout out to Amina for the $50 holla. Her IG is International Hannah. Hannah, go ahead and reboot your computer. Guys, again, make sure you go to the Prince Dynasty Mirror channel and subscribe. Okay, go and subscribe. And guys, links in the chat room. If you want to call in and add to the conversation, link is in the chat room if you want to call in and add. Juanita says she's a charter member to the channel. You are. You guys are. If you guys want to call in, link is in the chat room. We'll take one more caller. Then we're going to call it out. Then we're going to close it, shut it down. Again, we will take one more caller. Then we'll close it out. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and close it out. Everyone, thank you so much for joining. Well, let's wait one more minute. Let's wait one more minute to see if Hannah comes back on, because I would like for her to close us out. Let me see if she's messaging me at all. Here she goes. Oh, that's Jade. Shout out to Jade Dior. And we got one with somebody else. Why knees the for cheesy? And see, all y'all just
what's happening?
all y'all just pop it in. Go, Jade. Go ahead, Jade.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay. So I was just, piggybacking off of what Hannah was talking about and how, yes, I do believe you need a passport. That is like, it's on the checklist of things people would need. In my opinion, for me to date them as a man, you should have a passport. I've had my passport since I was like 22, 23. So in my opinion, as an adult, there's no reason why you shouldn't have a passport.
I agree. When Neezy for Sheezy. Is that chinchilla you got on? Is that silk and chinchilla you got on, J Dior?
Yeah, something like that.
Chinchilla.
It's not silk, but yeah.
Okay. When Neezy, go ahead.
What's happening, man? It's Wanizi for Sheezy. You feel me? Yeah, man. I'm gonna go against the narrative, man. I don't think that nobody really needs a passport. You know what I'm saying? Because while we spending money abroad in these other countries, you know what I'm saying, we taking away from time and energy we could be putting into building wealth for ourselves. So really, you know what I'm saying? And I might be off topic, but you know what I'm saying? The black man and the black woman needs to come together. You understand me? And stop being a part of this, you know what I'm saying, white people mentality, with this individualistic mindset. You feel me? So once the black man really stand up and be a real leader, then the lady gonna follow. You feel me? And that's real shit right there.
For sure. Hustle Smart, go ahead, brother. Unmute yourself. You got a lot of background noise, but go ahead.
It's still in my background now?
No, it's good. You good. Go ahead.
Okay. See, first thing first, man. You can tell when you're talking to. First thing first, man. Shout out to your platform, man. I saw you over there eating them spicy ass greens. You know what I'm saying? And talking about it change your life. It's just greens. You know what I'm saying? We put hog mauled and we put hog mauled and turkey in it, and they put some ground nuts and some pepper, some goat balls in it. You know what I'm saying? Serve it up spicy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is, but I appreciate what you're doing for the people that do want to come and want to see a different light, a different environment. They go over there and do it. You know what I'm saying? I wish that it was more young people. You get what I'm saying? But the average young person, for them to stack up, that much money and have the freedom to do that with the rising cost of rent, the rising cost of food. You get what I'm saying? And just the nature of black people love to rent. You get what I'm saying? And the brother was saying, I was just listening to what the young brother was saying, but you can't be a wealth, young brother, if you're renting. You get what I'm saying? Now, I get what we're saying, because we love white Jesus, and we just happy that we woke up this morning, and you get what I'm saying? And the sun gonna come out tomorrow. We got all the sayings, we got all the quotes, you know what I'm saying? We got all these nigga babble techniques that we do just as far as saying anything. You get what I'm saying? And another thing, to sit up there and say that if men lead, women to follow, no, they won't. Black women today have no incentive to even listen to a black man. She got the Democrat Party on her side. She got every social program at the state house in any state on her side. She got the welfare system on her side. She got the child support court on her side. She got the divorce court on her side. She has no reason. And on top of that, Black women has the loudest voice on social media. Believe me. Now, if it was 20 million to Hustle Smart, then we can go back and forth. But most dudes are super ultra mega boys, simps and waiting. That's why the dudes that was in the chat was sitting there asking for Miss International Hannah Instagram page so they can look at the angles while she walking around with her leggings on. You get what I'm saying? Popping. So the way it is these days, you cannot tell the difference between a ratchet Black female and a corporate Black female. Me and Donnie State in Atlanta, the ratchet Black female snatch words out the air with her finger claws the same way a corporate woman do. The ratchet female will stand on the block and shake her stinking ass the same way the corporate woman will go and do it. So they have no reason. And what do Black men sit up here and do? All we sit up here and do is kill each other. All we sit up here and do is talk shit on each other. All we sit up here and do is hate on each other. You know what I'm saying? So why do at least Black women stick together when it comes to oppressing the Black men? Black men don't.
But Black women and Black men is on the same thing,
brother.
Go ahead.
If you wanted to talk more, you could have said more. You get what I'm saying? So let me finish my spiel.
No, because you address what I said.
Brother,
go ahead.
Brother, let me finish my spiel. I don't interrupt nobody. I don't interrupt nobody. I'll let you. I'll let you talk. I'll let you talk for 20 years if you let me talk for 2 minutes. But what I'm saying is, and you're still talking. You get what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying about most Black men are super ultra mama boys. So they act like the females that raised them. See, the only difference is a Black woman can get away with being irrational. That's why if a Black woman is crying out or whatever, we just automatically run up to it and be like, "What's going on?" But if we saw a Black woman beating up a Black man, we'll sit up there and laugh at it and clown him and think that some type of way he deserved it. So why would she have any reason to listen to a Black man? And on top of that, you can't build anything for as economical wealth when you're renting. And Black women own more houses than Black men. The older school system, what a lot of Black people don't know, older school system works off the taxes of homes. I have a home, but in the neighborhood that I stay in, the taxes go to that school where the kids don't look like nobody like me. But this is what's going on in our community. So when we just throw these words out like build wealth, build it and they'll come. You know what I'm saying? Like that stuff like that. Unless you have a plan. That's one thing about on Dinah's show that we have learned over the last year. That so many Black people come on this platform and say what we need to do, Dinus. How many of them have a plan, Dinus? And I'll pose that question to you.
300,000 in a year, bro. I could teach you, brother. It's what I do, man. You know what I'm saying? To make $300,000 in 1 year, brother. I drive trucks, man. Everywhere I go, I reach out to the young brothers, them niggas that be shooting, like you said. Them the niggas that I reach out to. I actually reach out and talk to them niggas in the hood. You feel me?
What is reaching out, bro?
Hey, hold on. What I do is I reach out to them. I'm telling these brothers, boy, you could be a business owner, man. You know what I'm saying? Once a business owner, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how you build wealth. That's how you build wealth, bro. If the Black man stops complaining and we stop passing the blame game, you know what I'm saying? Y'all get that shit from Kevin Samuels, bro. That shit is not manly, brother. You know what I'm saying, me? We supposed to stand on manhood. Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels, brother.
Who is Kevin Samuels?
Hold on. I respect Kevin Samuels because when Kevin Samuels first started, man, he was talking to the brothers, man. He was trying to uplift brothers, teaching them how to dress, you know what I'm saying, and how to stop buying expensive shit, brother. That's the type of nigga that I am, bro. You know what I'm saying? I really get to the bag, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Richmond, California. That's Northern California, brother. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm out here in Connecticut, man. You know what I'm saying? Getting to the bag, man. I got 3 boys, man. I teach my boys how to be men, brother. You hear me? And everywhere I go, man, I'm well respected, man. I'm telling you, bro. Everywhere I go, man, ladies look at me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, and I'm not trying to brag on myself though, nigga. I'm the type of nigga that'll make a dyke bitch want to fuck with me, man. You hear me? Straight up, when a man knows how to be a real man, the bitch gonna fall in line though, man. And there's no disrespect to you,
Boy, this dude he don't turn this into a Pornhub section of some crazy shit. Listen to that, brother.
I'm giving you straight lace, no chase, brother. If we stop blaming women for the reason black men not doing good, you feel me? Black men is gonna be the black men's supposed to be the leader, brother. That's how it go, bro. We gotta lead by example. We not gonna blame no bitch for the reason black men can't get ahead. Come on, man. And that's no disrespect to you women, though. You feel me? At all.
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
It's no disrespect. It's no disrespect.
Hey, Dottis, in 1 minute he's simping, and the next minute he calling women bitches. You know what I'm saying? You can't make this up.
The definition of a simp. See, you niggas, y'all played that word up. The real definition of a simp is a nigga that is buying everything for a bitch that is taking advantage of him, bro. That's a real simp.
See, I'm older than you. Come on, when that word came, brother, I'm older than you.
I got 4 bitches, and they all know that I got another woman, brother.
Let me help you out. Simp means that someone that's idolizing mediocre pussy, dog. That's the real definition of simp. What you just
no,
said,
brother.
that you just made up, bro.
A real simp started in the 1990s, brother. Them the type of niggas, them R&B niggas, man. That be singing to bitches and doing anything to get and get built out.
Did you hear Walla Coochie just say that the word simp? Brother, I was born in the 70s. The word simp been out.
You should know what a simp is. You should know what a simp is.
Why would you sit up there and say something started in the 1990s? The only thing started in the 1990s was Dr. Dre the Chronic and got everybody smoking weed. That's what happened in the 90s, bro. Listen,
Captain Saberho is the definition of a simp, and that came out in the 90s, brother. I'm born in 1984, so I'm just going off of what I know. You feel me? E40 is a good rapper, and all y'all on here, y'all should listen to E40's rap music because he really laced people's shoestrings for people that's slow in the back of the class, though. You understand? I'm here to tell you, man, a woman will do and what you say, and she will fall in line when a man actually is the real man. I could be a broke nigga, and I can still be a man, brother. You understand me? I'll stay up here. I'll tell you the truth, brother. I just almost went bankrupt on this truck shit, bro. You feel me? And I still went home, and I'm still the man. Yeah, you feel me? Come on,
so you almost went bankrupt, and you still the man?
I almost went. Yes. Why would I not still be the man just because financially I was in a hard?
I'm just listening to you, bro. I'm just letting you.
That's how man enough I am to get on a public platform and I can tell you that I almost got my big truck repossessed, bro. Now I went from almost getting my truck repossessed to making $15,000 in a week, brother. Come on, man.
How did it almost get repossessed?
When a motherfucker want to just laugh and ha he, come on, brother.
How did your truck almost get repossessed?
Brother, but I had to come on and tell you.
Do you know how to have a Discord, bro? How did your truck almost get repossessed?
My truck almost got repossessed because I didn't pay the bill on that motherfucker. That's how it happened. I was 30 days. I was 30 days behind.
Hold on. So riddle me this. So your thing of income, you didn't pay the bills and you almost got it repossessed. No. And you come out and you hold on, brother. Let me
go ahead.
If you don't mind, you so I can't understand a nigga so player that like to keep interrupting somebody.
No, because I got a story for you, brother. You know
can I? Is your story more important than? Is your story? Hey, brother. Is your story?
I'm telling you.
Come on, bro.
Go ahead, brother.
Calm down, man. Is your story more important than what I got to say?
What the end of the story is because see, I don't want nobody to just think that just because a person can show that you only being successful that a nigga don't really go through real life situations, bro. I'm just met a woman in Las Vegas, bro, when I had $50 in my pocket, nigga. And I
That's all
told
you
her
had was
that all I had is $50. Yes, brother.
How
You
you
feel
gonna
me?
build? How you gonna build something with $50, bro?
Bro. I'm just here to tell you, bro. I just touched like 8,000 last week, bro.
So you
This
went
week
from
is almost
$50. So you
15
went from
grand, bro.
$50 to 8,000.
Yes, man. The truck. If you know about the truck industry, the truck industry took a big dive, brother. Them
When did
brokers
it
be
do?
playing with nigga money, though.
When
Okay,
did
I'm
it
here
do?
to
When
tell
did
you,
it do
brother.
that?
Man, the truck industry fucked up this whole year, brother. I'm
For
not over
real?
here lying to you. I'm not over here lying to you. Last year I made $360,000, bro. This year probably like under 180, and that might seem like a lot to y'all, but that's not enough money.
So
Okay.
hold on, but when did you have $50 in your pocket? So you had
I
$300,000
had
last year
$50. I had $50 in my pocket back in May, brother.
in May.
Yes.
So you don't made 180,000 this year in some type of way. You had $50 in your pocket. How
We
did you?
bounce back, brother. That's what I'm telling you. A real boss is gonna take a loss, man, and bounce back. Yes, sir.
So what I'm
Yes.
saying is, how you?
That's why I'm
I'm
not.
still
That's
asking
why
you
I'm
a
telling
simple
you.
question.
Money
How did
doesn't
you?
make you
How
a
can you,
man, brother.
brother? How can you take a loss? And listen, do you know how much? Do you know how much weekly you make? The average 180,000. That's almost that's
Bro, it
almost
gotta be
30.
like 8 bands, bro. It's 8,000,
Hold on,
brother.
hold
Okay.
on. What mic? Hey, is there anything?
Hey, man.
Hold on.
I just
I
showed
mean,
a young brother that came on my job how to get $8,000, bro. I just showed him the money. Go ahead, brother. I'm not here to disrespect you or belittle nobody, bro.
Okay, bro, you get in the bag. Get in the bag. Get
the bag. You get the bag.
Go ahead,
But he
Jay.
had $50 in May.
I'm not gonna talk over
Come
him.
on,
I'm not
man.
gonna. I can't. I'm not doing all that.
I gotta beat you. Go ahead, Jay.
Okay. I mean, if the conversation about the passports is over, that's fine. The only question I would have for Simp is, how do you feel that women are oppressing men? Because I did hear you say that somewhere like 30 minutes ago.
You gotta clean that weave out your ears. I never
This
said
is
that
real
women.
hair, baby.
I never
This
said.
real.
Hold on. I never.
No. We not. No.
I
This real hair.
never said. Even the people in the chat, even the people in the chat won't agree with you. I
It's all
never
me.
said that women oppress men.
You did, baby. You did.
No.
Okay,
No.
yeah. Hold on. Okay,
I'll tell you what, Dynasty. I ain't gonna go back and forth, but let me repeat what I said. I said women. I actually said
Why
that
you
women
gotta
have
yell
no
it though?
incentive. I said women have no incentive to listen to black men. So how can I say that women have no incentive when they have the Democrats, the social media, the black church, the social programs, all that? How could they be oppressing somebody when they getting everything they
Well,
want?
that's what I was asking, because you said we'll come together as women to oppress men. So I was just
Oh no.
wondering how it is that we do that.
I said at least if at least they will. You get what I'm saying? If they want to. No.
Hold on. One mic.
No.
Let's move on. Let's just
No. I don't think women can't. A woman can't oppress a man.
You're right.
Yeah, I thought I was just answering it.
We gonna move on.
I thought I was just answering the question, man. But
Okay, it's all good. Timothy Carter, go ahead, Timothy.
What's going on, Dynasty?
Hey, what's going on, bro?
To answer your question about the passports, I think, I really do think everybody should be able to obtain a passport, especially like in adult relationships. The reason why I say that is because one thing that I noticed from traveling, even at my young age of being 26, is it really opened my mind of how other cultures express themselves in different ways compared to us. One thing I learned by having a relationship with an African woman from Kenya was like just a standard I have to present myself towards her or towards like the area she's in really like changed my mindset of how I look at relationships nowadays. And I think that if I didn't have a passport or I didn't travel, like not having that experience, I would definitely be in a different mental space as far as interacting with women or interacting with even like our fellow brothers, you know?
That's what's up, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, y'all. We're gonna close out. I don't know where Hannah went, but Jay, but hey, everyone, thank you so much for joining.
Hey, all the black women and black men, y'all come together, man, and stay unified, man. You feel me? And fuck all that individualistic shit. That shit is some white man shit, bro. You feel me? Straight up, man. Y'all got to stop thinking like white people, like the black woman and black man is against each other, man. That's how they keep us fucked up, man. That's the same way the Section 8 system is.
All right, brother. Until next time, family. Dynasty.
Hey, man, I like Walla Coochie, man. Bring them back on.
All right.